What's up, natural bodybuilding world? This is John Bossy here at the 2014 NPC Utah Spring Show here with Haley Bai, and she just won the bikini overall as well as the natural bikini overall. She's a client of Shane with Team Hugely. Haley, how's it feel?
I wanted to cry on stage. I was so excited. I totally was not expecting that at all. So it was really exciting. Really exciting.
Awesome. So actually, I was surprised. I was just asking Haley. I assume this was her first show of the year, given that we're only in March here, but she actually just did a show last weekend. So tell us a little about that.
I went to San Diego to do the muscle contest, and I totally ruined my last pose. Totally stumbled backwards and botched it from the moment I stepped on stage. So this is totally like pure redemption. I'm so excited that I got such a big win after having such an epic failure. Not a failure, but such a big disappointment. And then to come back and win the overall in both categories is just so exciting. So.
Awesome. And hometown girl, or?
Yes, from Lehigh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So be able to do it in front of the hometown crowd is also cool. So what's next for you? What's coming up?
Well, I was thinking of doing the Colorado in May, but I think this puts me in position to do a Vegas show pretty soon, so we'll go bigger, better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you were saying, I think you've done like 4 or 5 shows before. Maybe tell us a little bit about your competitive background.
This is my 4th show. 3 of them have been here in Utah, and just the one in San Diego. I wanted to go see where I was at on a national level, kind of expand and see where I held up, and was really disappointed to fall and not be able to even see where I placed, in a national standing. But this proves that I'm all right, and super excited about that. So, but I've had a great time in the Utah. It's so nice because you meet so many friends, and then your cheering section is just so much bigger because those friends are all cheering for you, and their friends are cheering for you. So it's always fun to compete in Utah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've seen the show. It's grown bigger and bigger every year. I'd say the spring show is typically the biggest of all of them, but all of Steve's shows have been getting really, really big. So maybe you can tell some other aspiring bikini competitors out there. You mentioned, one kind of little slip up there that just happened last weekend. Maybe a couple little hurdles you've overcome along the way, just as encouragement that, you can have those slip ups and yet ultimately still end up on top.
Yeah, this is actually, I might cry, sorry, but about 9 weeks ago, I was coming off of some health problems that I started experiencing in July. And so I just was tired of laying in bed and being sick and having this little pity party. So to be here 8 weeks after I signed on with Shane Hugely and just to come get this is so overwhelming and so exciting. But this competition does a lot for people's confidence and for health, and I don't know, it's just so awesome and such a good sport, and the women backstage are fabulous. We make good friends. We all stalk each other on Instagram, and I don't know, we just have such a good time, and I'm just so grateful for this sport and to be here. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what shape you're in. If you get up on that stage and you do the very best you can, it's a win. And that's what I was coming for today. So I was just excited to be on stage, to be healthy, and to be given the opportunity to come back out and perform, because I love it. I love it so much, and to be here after 9 weeks when I didn't know where I was going to be. I'm not even 100% right now, so this is just so awesome. But I say just keep going, keep trying, and have fun. They're fun. When you can have a big disappointment like I did in San Diego last week and still love the sport, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That's great. So you started working with Shane Hugely. Is this a recent change? Tell us when you started, and then also maybe some changes that he made to the way that you get ready for shows.
Yeah, I just started with him like 8 or 9 weeks ago. I think it was 8 weeks, because he was kind of questioning why I wanted to do March. But I was like, I promise my body trims down really fast, and I will be ready in 8 weeks. So one thing we worked on was my glutes. It's been a huge challenge of mine for years, just to get a little shape. And then my shoulders and glutes twice a week. Just keep building, keep building, keep building. I've kind of got a little more boxy build, and so as long as I can make my waist look smaller, then it works out pretty good for me. So that's what we worked on.
Gotcha. So to the fans out there, it sounds like the take-home message is basically just upping the frequency, right? Really putting an emphasis on those areas.
Yep. Pick out your weak areas and push them, and fake it till you make it. Because my stomach's not getting any smaller, but we can make it look smaller.
Cool. So maybe just briefly a couple of tidbits on your diet as well. Were there any changes that you and Shane thought were a good fit for you?
I just have a lot of food allergies, so I'm kind of boring on that end. I stick to a lot of quinoa and a lot of tilapia, turkey, but I'm pretty simple because I have so many allergies. I can't do a whole lot of fun stuff. It's kind of sad, but one thing he did, which was new to me, was he had me drinking water all the way up to the show, up and through the show, which I've never done. The past 2 shows that I did without him, I was dehydrating like the day before and then all the way through the show, and I was exhausted, and I just feel like I have so much energy. I didn't stop eating, I didn't stop drinking, and I was on natural, water pills, and it was just like, I'm gonna bounce back and recover just fine. Like, I feel phenomenal, so that's cool.
Awesome. So to all the competitors out there, I'd say these are common things that are coming full circle in the bodybuilding world nowadays. People realizing that you don't need to dehydrate, you don't need to manipulate sodium and water and all these crazy things, and you can eat into a show. You should be in a fed state and have energy like Haley has here. So that's awesome to hear. Any final thank yous or shout outs you want to give before we say goodbye?
I'm just grateful to all my supporters, to Shane, of course, and Tiffany. She switched up my posing, which made it look so much better. But yeah, I'm so grateful for my health. I feel so blessed to be able to do what I do and enjoy it and love it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that can't do it, but they're doing the best that they can, and it's just awesome. Yeah. Well,
an awesome comeback story here tonight with Haley Bai at the 2014 NPC Utah Spring Show. Look for Haley in Vegas and some other shows this year. Thanks so much.
Thank you.